like the new intro.
Hello and welcome. Brand new intro. Hello and welcome to another brand new episode of the Qualified. I'm Jedi Johnson 22, joined as always by the great Dom Tober, the always steady Styx boy 73, bad to the bone Brucifer, and the architect joesduelin. What's going on, fellas?
Not much.
A little under the weather, so I feel like a
spring cleaning.
hot box of shit today. So
Brucifer says, I was only here for the intro, so no, he's back.
That was it.
I'm busy pressing books.
I am pressing my Dave Stevens books right now.
Speaking of books, though, and I don't think Joe has this in the news, but Brucifer brought up earlier in the week, and I don't know if anybody's talked about it. I don't even know if they talked about it on TAC or if it happened after TAC. But CGC acquiring JSA, so now they can authenticate signatures. They're no longer just going to be witnessing. You're going to authenticate like CBCS does through the Beckett authentication system.
Yes.
Nice.
I think it's a good move. I think it's a good move
to go buy cheap CBCS signed books that are verified by them and send them to CGC now.
Yeah. Yeah, the big debate in our chat was what color is the slab going to be? I think they need to keep it yellow to make more buy-in, just so it kind of matches everybody else's. But the consensus thinks maybe there's going to be some red slashes or something. We'll see. That'll be interesting.
I'll be interested once they hash out all the pricing and everything. I mean, what if you send in a green slab, qualified slab that has a signature on it to get reholdered?
Yeah, what are they going to do with?
Can you just pay for the authentication to get it out of a green slab? Does it need to be regraded? Does it,
Yeah, probably has to be regraded too. I would just crack it and press it again. That's just me.
Let me ask you a question now. So okay, you don't have to be a witness. So if you get a signature without them there, and you go and they check it out, and can they say?
Yeah, you'll mail it in. And then they'll run it through the JSA authenticating, database algorithm, whatever. And just like CBCS does with Beckett, they'll say yes or no. It's like, remember CBCS rejected my Stan Lee. So,
okay.
Send it to CGC, see if they accept it.
No, that's what I was telling Brucifer in the chat. I was like, I already sent it back, unfortunately, but hell, maybe I should have hang on to that thing. But I'm going to hold off on sending anything else to CBCS for authentication, and I'm just going to let CGC kind of work out the kinks of this acquisition, I guess, and see what happens.
Yeah. I got a stack of Hughes books that have signatures on them, but I just don't have it in me to send them to go get graded. I'd rather just have it.
I mean, if you want to get a signature graded, CBCS still is not a bad way to go, I guess.
Well, depending on the pricing, CGC is going to do. And regardless, CGC is
it's probably going to be similar. I can't imagine they'd go more than. They're not going to go more than CBCS.
Yeah, but
competition wise, but
CGC will carry a higher premium, just like they always have.
Yeah, just like
yeah.
So the other thing I was going to bring up before we actually get into the show, I know we're going to do pickups later, but I asked permission from joesduelin if I could do this earlier because I was in the LCS today, and I didn't buy any Star Wars stuff because I told, ironically enough, the owner of the store, his name is Luke. And he's like, hey, we got this in Star Wars. I'm like, not really doing Star Wars anymore, or at least right now, except for High Republic. But I picked up this because I like the cover, Lady Luck. I don't know if you guys have seen this, and Luke was telling me that this is a local, when I say local, Hawaii-based owner. And obviously it's probably printed in the mainland, but the owner is operating out of Hawaii. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So then I don't know. I figured I pulled up their website. It's called Ounce Comics.
OUTZ.
OUNCE.
Oh, Ounce.
Oh, Ounce.
Yeah, Ounce.
They sell about an ounce.
They've right now so far they've got like five.
It's four fingers.
It's
four fingers across the back.
They've got like 4 or 5 comics. Where are they at? One of them, I think this one came out last year, but They got one called Captain Kush.
Kush.
Uh,
Captain,
Oh, it's funny.
Captain
Uh,
Coochie.
And they got a. I
Calm
think
down,
this is a
Dom.
female.
Waxinator? Is she?
Waxinator. Yeah, they got the Waxinator.
I'm guessing she's a little clean downstairs.
Yeah, could be that. They've
So
got
early,
they got
early.
Backwards Man. I don't know what's going on with Backwards Man. That's kind of weird. He's like he's got a
I
front and
want to
back
say
face.
something. I can't say it.
I'm trying to get it a bigger picture, but anyway, I thought that was cool. We have a local comic book company here on the islands
cool.
now.
There you
Al's
go.
Comics.
That's great.
So check them out and support them if you feel inclined. It's always pretty cool, I thought.
Support the islands.
Yeah.
Support our non-contiguous states.
Exactly.
Hey,
Hey, we like them. We like them. Who we got in the chat, Jedi?
who do we have in the chat? We've got, no big surprise, we've got GT Comic coming in at first and second. What's going on, GT? Neil Jones.
He says we have ugly mugs, but he's always here early.
Yeah, well, you know, some things are just it's
Dom,
like a traffic. It's like a traffic accident. Sometimes you just gotta stare at it.
Some people like
Neil
those.
Jones. Those Star Wars Vision covers are sick. Neil's coming over from the Hot 10. Hope everybody check that out. Those covers are pretty cool. T.A. Matt Damon, giggity. What's going on, T.A.? Terry Floyd is here. Sonia Matas.
Yes, seeing some of her tonight.
Retrell giving us a sweaty slap. AOA's here doing AOA's business, typing up Instagram POCs and
Keep up the good work.
Tyson, happy Friday. What's going on, Tyson? Sam Richardson, the Squalor Field.
Oh, Sam. What's up, buddy?
Squalor.
I don't know.
Qualifying.
Sam's too smart for me. Sometimes I just have to just nod my head like I understand what he's saying, and then just what's going on, Sam?
I hear he's pro anyway.
Terry's
best
here.
booker in the business, I hear.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like how all of you are 4-0s. Yeah. Yeah. I wish I was still 4-0.
Yes, I do myself.
Me too.
Mama Bear. Say hello, Bruce.
hello, Mama Bear. What's going on?
Oh, Mama Bear. Crimson Terror 85, still one of my favorite IDs. Still one of my favorite tags. What's going on, Crimson? What's up, good guys? HAQ, what's up? Happy Friday to you, HAQ. Sam, the same color as your mama's wallpaper.
What?
I don't know. Sam is infatuated with my mom. I forgot to tell her though. BK, the Dom show has begun. He is the whole damn show. I'm scared to read this. Yeah, it was signed 3 years after his death. Probably. I did get my money back.
Well,
I did get my money back. God bless him.
I mean, they were basically moving his hand across comic books when he was
he was
near the end to sign.
God bless him. God bless him. BK, Joe doesn't want strangers handling his women on the cover. Who does?
Correct.
Who does? That can get awkward. Bri J, AOA, giving him the tears. And Tommy Longbox, good evening, fellows. Buffy, she's Brazilian. She is the Waxinator. Blue Collar Dan. Hi, all. What's going on? Howdy. Ed LeBeau. Hey, Bluebeards. What's going on, Ed? Hope you stick around for more than supporting the algorithm. And Three River Comics, To Me, My X-Men.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. X-Men came out this week.
It did. I'm going to watch that. I haven't watched it yet.
I did. I watched. They
That's
dropped
the first
two episodes.
It was all right.
It was an X-Men animated series.
It was watchable.
It wasn't bad. All right, boys. I guess
what everybody came here for.
Time for this.
All right, welcome back to another edition of Outside Looking In, the books that were not hot enough for the CBSI Hot 10.
Just like us.
Yeah, I'm hot enough for it. First
Yeah.
up,
You and Joe are.
we got Captain Marvel number 6, the 1 in 25, about a dozen sales, average selling for 35, a high of 50, slowly creeping up.
Making Lopez happy, I'm sure.
It's not the best cover.
The colors on the book are nice.
I mean, I love the call. It's definitely not my favorite to call. I'm still trying to grapple with some of the physics of what's going on there, but
I'm just shocked it's a 1 in 25 that has a trade on it, trademark. It's not a virgin.
She's,
They usually don't do virgins for their 1 in 25s. I don't, unless they're second prints. Second print, 1 in 25 virgins.
she's doing some international relations there. You know, she's getting inverted.
yeah, but I mean, there's not heavy sales on Captain Marvel in general, so you get a decent ratio in a later issue, 6 already. So
High of 50? Is that what the note
Yeah.
is?
Yeah, high at 50.
yeah, I mean, most are selling for around 35.
Yeah, it's
Somebody
not
was
even
suffering from
double
FOMO, I think.
ratio yet, so
And it might not hit double ratio. It might
It's
stick
probably
around here for a
not.
while.
It'll
in 2
probably fall.
weeks, it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall hard.
All 6
No.
Captain Marvel.
I don't know.
fans
I don't know how
will
hard it'll fall, but it'll settle.
It'll be selling for like
It's a call. There's-
$19.99.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I think that's fine for 125 to settle around $20. That's fair. So
Yeah.
like I said, people love the call. So the call collectors out there are
Yeah.
picking it up. What's next on the list?
Next on the list, we have X-Men Adventures number 1, a CGC 9.8 sold for $245, up from $200 or less from prior weeks. The volume of this book is a constant every week, so it's just selling more in the 9/8 ones as a slab. So
Yeah, I mean the series.
I bet you the newsstand will probably be a lot more.
More than likely around
This-
that time.
there's not a big of a difference between the direct and the newsstand when it comes to
What year was this?
92,
Oh, yeah.
92,
It's starting
93.
to switch up a bit.
Well, it says 92 on the cover there. So
Well, some of us can't see that far, all right?
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
No, I'm kind of
I'm
excited.
just telling you.
There's a
I'm
hint.
I believe you. I'm just.
I mean,
All
I think
right,
80,
I got
I think
you.
80,
Some numbers.
I think in 88 was parity between newsstands and direct, and then after that, it started to move more toward.
Yeah, I'm
direct.
actually kind of excited for this for one reason. So apparently, rumor has it that Spidey's going to make a crossover. It's going to be like a
Don't
two-part.
get your hopes up, Dom.
No, I did see that rumor floated out there as well.
Yeah,
It'll
Spidey
be
baby.
Morph.
I
It'll
like
be Morph.
More fun than a Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's possible.
maybe. Hey,
I saw people complaining about Gambit, his cutoff tee.
yeah,
Gutters.
I'm like,
Capture it
it's the 90s. That's what people wore.
Yeah, like I
early
said,
90s, yeah.
I just don't understand how he didn't get splattered with beignet grease and his lower bits while he was making beignets. But I don't know. X-Men 97 was fun. It's nice to see that kind of nostalgia back and people enjoying it.
It's all right. My one complaint is Wolverine. Well, 2 complaints. Wolverine's horrible voice, and that Magneto looks like Granny Goodness.
I
Granny
God,
goodness.
it looks like Granny Goodness. Come on.
I mean, I was a little disappointed that Scott Summers is still a twat. but
Still alive.
What are we gonna do?
Right? Well, the internet is loving Cyclops and how badass he is.
I don't know. I
The
don't know.
love
The
of
internet lies.
Cyclops is
I
The
don't know
internet
what they're
lies.
reading.
I got it from the same site that Dom gets his Star Wars news.
But
So,
nonetheless,
gotta
like
be
I said,
true.
we're seeing books heating up. If you watch the Hot 10, you're seeing some of the books that have storyline carryovers and things like that, ties to this, starting to heat up a little bit.
I don't know.
Some a little bit, some not major.
I'm not ready to see Rogue make out with Granny Goodness. I'm sorry. That's just me. That's his face is horrible. I don't know what they were thinking.
well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
No,
It's the
Anthony,
artwork. The
Hey,
artwork.
Beltry.
We're trying to go to this nostalgia of the artwork looked like in the original.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Magneto
Some
looked
of
better in the original.
Yeah, some of it was comparable. Some was good. Some was better. Yeah, there's some stuff in there that didn't look as good, but and the story was, like I said, the story was alright.
You're gonna see bumps in a lot of these books, a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
Be it a Madeline Pryor, be it a
I think I might have
good,
4 or 5
sorry,
of those books.
the next book is a result of a bump because of the show too, right? Did I read that?
Yes.
Even though I haven't seen it yet.
It's Uncanny X-Men, annual number 17, usually a $1 book. It's now selling for around $5 with a high of $10. It's because of the Executioner. If you haven't seen the animated show,
Executioner.
And he has a toy.
Executioner, whatever.
He's got a figure that just came out too. From,
This got the this is getting the Tack Marco bump, right?
Is there such a thing?
Does he
You
have a
got to pay
DVD?
attention to the tack. It'll cost you if you ever play trivia with Styx.
Like I said,
geez.
all these books, if one of these characters pops up in X-Men 97, these books are going to take a little bit of a bump. I wouldn't hold the fact that they're going to hold any of these bumps, and none of them are crazy. Like I said, I mean, this was a $1 book, and now it's really a $5 book.
Damn, if you had 100 copies, you would have made profit.
Who has 100 copies of X-Men Annual 17?
Hey,
Yeah, for about the week and a half where it's hot before it goes back down to like a $2 book.
What was this? The late
that warehouse
90s?
find. That warehouse find with a box.
Yeah.
Hey, Styx, what
93.
year? 93?
93.
I can say, sometimes, a lot of time, well, all the time, time is
2003.
also time is money.
Sorry.
So yeah, by the time you sell these things at $5 a piece, you've spent more time money than actual made money probably.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And remember, that cover price, I believe, was $2.95 because it was an annual. So,
Yeah,
if you've been holding this for all that time, you could sell it for $5 now and make $2 and then take off the fees. And there you go.
You got for Belize and go see some pyramids.
Yeah. And for all you Disney haters, enjoy your X-Men cake, you bastards. Next up,
Oh, yeah. Some sour grapes.
we got Feral Comics Pro Ashcan, about around 4 sales, selling between $100 to $200. This was very limited. This was only handed out at the Comics Pro Con or
Pittsburgh, I think it was.
Pittsburgh. Yep.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, yeah.
And I did not see any on eBay. I looked because I have the other Ashcan.
This probably won't hit eBay until after the series comes out, which is pretty soon, right?
Yeah, next week.
I mean, like I said, there's not that many of them. People that got them that actually are probably trying to get them graded at this point. So
What I want on this series, I want the homage covers of the Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, the ones they made the covers.
yeah, Tony and Trish always do great horror.
You should have ordered them on FOC for cheap.
Yeah, well, apparently the Dawn of the Dead one is I think it's the one in 50, I think, or the one in 25.
The Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of
Which
the
one is
Dead.
I'm not sure.
I gotta give it to Tony and Trish for coming up with these what is now seems like it's a trend of comic books based around cats and dogs,
Mice are next.
protagonists, I guess,
Stop.
or antagonists.
Yeah, they did. They
started it, I guess.
The mice are gonna fight the
Good for
rats and
them.
gerbils. Let's go to
With this kind of thing, I'm waiting for the like a reboot of Secret of Dim.
Oh, I love them. I love
That movie is
love
great.
that movie.
Yeah, it's a good book. It's like I said, it's going to be hard to find, but and when you can, it's going to be pricey for a while. So.
Thank you, AOA,
yeah.
for the gift memberships. Gifted memberships on Renovision and on Kingdom of Nerds. How the hell did they get a membership?
Kingdom of Nerds. I just noticed that.
I'm monetized, I think.
He can
And
afford his own membership now, AOA. I know he has no control over it.
the final book on the outside looking in, the Spectacular Spider-Man #1, the Ramos Graffiti exclusive, selling for $60 last week, up this week to $80.
And yeah,
Why does
that
Spider-Man have a
probably-
big neck? Look at Spider-Man's neck. It looks like it's long.
Looks like a turtle.
Graffiti.
That's
It
it.
like a turtle.
does. Yeah.
It's a turtle. It's a turtleneck.
It's still a great cover, you bastard.
I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it limits $999. I thought it was a Virgin, but it's not. It is a trade dress. I'll show you guys later when we do pickups.
The graffiti is the train dress, right?
No.
No?
I forgot. I gotta look. It's around. I gotta grab it during pickups. I'll show you.
It's a nice cover. I think
It is a nice cover.
Yeah.
I think that'll hold some value for a little bit. I think people like their Miles covers, and people love the cool graffiti covers as well. So
I like how
Even,
they use the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes back there.
that's quite nice.
Yep.
All righty, boys.
And thank you for checking out the Outside Looking In. If you want more information on these books and the CBSI Hot 10, head over to cbsi.com and check out Pete the Wordsmith's articles, and you'll get more information. Thank you.
There we go. Well, let's
Thorough, hey, what's up?
let's do some pickups, boys. I will introduce our pinup of the week here. Our artist is Von Bass. Has a lot of great fun. Lot of if you like dogs in your pinup art, he has a lot of dog related accessories in his pinup art. Von Bass, great guy through the 30s and 40s.
Honestly, I didn't even see the dog, but nah, yeah, it's a cute dog. Yeah.
He's trying to teach her how to be a welder.
I saw the dog next to her shoes.
All righty, boys. Jedi, you're in the driver's seat, so you want to go first?
I'll go. I have quite a few, at least for me this week, so I'll go through them a little
More than my
quicker.
usual grab.
Yeah, no,
Nice.
maybe no. I seriously doubt that. But, so I went by a
Probably less
comic book
DC though.
store on. I see when did I go? I went to a comic book store on Monday or Tuesday. Not only did they still have this, which I picked up,
There you go.
they had the one per store there.
Nice.
Oh,
Which
nice.
I picked up. I paid the $20 for it because I watched a couple. I know it was on the Hot 10 this
Yeah,
week,
Still doing well.
and I was watching a couple of them on eBay, and they were all going for over 20. So I figured I would shell out the $20 for this one since it was there. Save a little, not have to pay shipping. I also got two of these. This is the Boom Direct Reserve or whatever they call it,
Yes.
Yeah.
Direct, yeah.
Boom Reserve.
which I like this cover as well. And Boom was on top of the shipping. Got it in like less than a week.
Yeah, they're great about getting stuff out really fast.
I picked up a couple of, when I was at the comic book store today, like I said, I didn't pick up Star Wars, but there were a couple of other ones that I just looked at and said, I might give these a read. Edenwood #1 cover. I don't know. I might give this one a read.
Huh?
Interesting cover, I thought. I picked up, I think Joe will appreciate this one because I think he's talked about this one a lot. Blood Crick.
Oh, Bloodrick.
Bloodrick?
Yes.
Bloodrick.
Bloodrick, yeah.
Bloodrick is one of my favorite new books. It's fantastic.
And I saw this one and I was like, this looks interesting too. This is another image, #1. This is Holy Roller.
I love Holy Roller as well.
Holy roller.
Nothing
Yeah.
better than a vigilante that beats the shit out of people with a bowling ball.
So I picked up some stuff from a Jamie Tyndall sale earlier.
Oh,
He sent me a freebie. He said freebie for you. So I was like, okay, thanks. He sent me a free copy of his art book.
Oh, nice.
oh, nice.
I always like
That's
it.
perfect.
And it also, this was not free. I think this came with a little package that I bought. This is the metal of that artwork you just saw.
Nice.
Cowboy
Okay.
Wonder Woman. Not signed. I wish he'd have signed it. I picked up this Sith Twi'lek by Jamie
nice.
Tyndall. This one is signed.
Too much.
Sometimes they put their signatures in the buy it nows.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he does that. Zerdy does that too sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I picked up a couple of slabs from him as well. I picked up this is a White Widow #1 with the sexy Ahsoka in red.
Oh, nice.
9/8. This is a Bo-Katan Bounty Hunter cover.
I like those.
It's nice.
Him and Campbell always have a competition for the longest legs.
I know this is going to be Dom's favorite, but he's not going to get it. This is a sexy slave Leia.
Nice.
Damn you.
And then the last thing I grabbed because I needed a yellow label Momoko, because I have a couple of Momokos, but they're not slabs. So I wanted a slab Momoko, and I said, why not get Sabe?
There you go, you girl. Nice. I do like her signature.
Momoko Sabo. She has a great signature. You're right.
Yeah.
And that's it for me this week.
All right. Bruce, you gonna be up if anyone has to take a piss? I'm sure you'll be doing this for a while.
Not that long.
Yeah, just a few. Three Rivers.
If you don't like DC, tune out.
If you don't like, I'm not even gonna say it. Anyway, so we got Catwoman 63. As you know, it's a lot of kitty cat on that cover.
It's a nice cover.
Very nice. I had to get this April special. April.
I love those.
Homage to Death of Supergirl with a banana.
Great crisis homage.
Oh my god.
We got Wonder Woman, Women's History Month by Souza Micah.
Oh, Souza Micah.
Yeah.
I think mine are in the mail. Hopefully mine are in the mail.
Best cover of the week.
That's a great cover.
All of mine are in the mail. I'm looking forward to getting that whole set of hers.
A little Cobra Commander. I like this. I love this cover.
Yeah.
Continuing to pick up these Catwoman pulp covers.
Oh yeah.
Classic.
Those are nice.
This is the 1 in 25. Yeah, 1 in 25. Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. Little Batman swinging to Godzilla.
Swinging to his death.
Yeah, I think he's dead. Green Lantern War Journal #7, the Raza cover.
Where's that?
Raz has been
He's been killing
knocking it out of the park.
Like that.
The Lyrics Lee, Catwoman 63.
Cool. That's the minimal trade. I saw they had a full trade of that too, right? Or am I thinking of
No, you're thinking of the Nakayama.
Yeah, you're right.
You might have to hold that one next to the Mystique and see how close those are.
And then I picked up 2 copies of
Shatner.
World's Finest
Shatner.
with Shatner.
He'll be at Trek Candaroga this week, summer.
Can't go wrong
Sorry.
with Jim Hooker.
So I got the Shatner, the Steinfeld, and the Cage.
Oh, nice.
Who else they got to put on the covers?
All the homages.
Oh, they had different people on the covers?
Yeah. The Luke Cage was last year, and I think
Nick Cage.
Luke Cage.
Nick Cage was last year, and last summer or before the summer was Chevy Seinfeld in the Batmobile. And then we have Visions, the 1 in 25.
Yeah, Visions. They got some good covers.
That's a cool cover. I still like the A cover better though, and then of course the 1 in 100. Yeah.
The
Yeah, I like
Teriyaki.
that. All the
Emo.
Takashi covers are good.
Then
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. There's no trade trust. It's just that. It's just the number on the top, right?
There you go.
Yep.
What I just said.
Yeah. I don't know. I only took a look
Yeah,
at it
It's
once.
good, Bruce.
It would have been stupid for them to put a trade dress over what is basically a trade dress. So
And then I might as well show this. I was rummaging around my boxes.
oh, there you
and
go.
found this
Dave Stevens.
True Love.
Having a rummage sale?
It says Bruce on top.
Yep, says Bruce.
That is.
I got this from Whatnot.
That is 100% 1980s hair right there on her.
Yep.
That is.
But it's Dave Stevens, and everything Dave Stevens is hot right now, so it will sell.
Even with Bruce's name on it.
And I won a comic.
Oh, here we go. How many this week? How many?
What? It's the Star Wars book I won, the 8.0. I cracked it.
Oh, you did? You busted it.
Yeah, busted it open and pressed it, and it looks freaking perfect almost. It's insane.
Did you look up the grader's notes before you did that? I can't remember. Before you cracked it?
No.
You just said, I'm just
kidding.
But there was a slight.
Threw it against the wall.
It was like a slight bend over here, and I flattened it out, and the crease, the spine is perfect now. So,
how old was the slab? Was it an older slab or was it?
But there had to be something.
Yeah, it was an older slab. Probably early 2004, 2005.
Anyway.
Yeah, this wasn't pressed at all.
But there had to be something more than that little spine, that dent in the spine to get it in an 8.0 though.
I don't see anything else. I went through the pages. I looked.
You still got the label? You should look it up.
I probably threw away the label. Maybe. I gotta look it up.
Send that to them.
Getting rid of the evidence.
Getting rid of the evidence.
Yep.
All right.
I guess I could go next.
Let me throw you a pair of sticks. Hold on. There you
go. So this weekend, me and Bruce, well, mostly me, I guess. We're at the Syracuse Collectors Con this weekend, where I had my own booth.
Yep.
I didn't do too bad. The first day was really busy. I made my money back on the booth, so I was happy with that, and some extra money from it. The second day, I made like $8, and I closed up early, and I went walking around.
Damn.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna walk around. So I closed it. I'll show you some of the books that I picked up. I picked up Man from Atlantis. These are all buck. These are all in a buck bin. Grimjack. This has got the first turtles in color, I think.
Nice.
Down at the bottom there.
You're telling me, Styx, you're telling me the money you made that you bought, you spent it on other comics or somewhere else.
Well, yeah.
Oh, $8.
Okay.
That's the way it's supposed to work, actually.
Yeah. Godzilla. I got pick up another Godzilla.
Nice.
Picked up some of my favorites here. Why not? Even though if I have them already.
Battle of the Planets.
Are you speaking about
Picked up another one.
Ooh, the foil.
Picked up another one of those. J. Scott Campbell, #1.
They're all fun covers. I like the Battle of the Planets covers.
I had another one of these.
All $1?
All $1.
Nice.
This one was $3.
You have to work a week. You have to work a week for that AOA.
I'm a homer for Innovation Comics, so I picked up this one, On a Pale Horse.
Nice.
I picked these up before.
Pretty good
This
shape
one I didn't have.
For an innovation book, that looks like it's in pretty good shape.
It's I don't remember who the author, the artist on it is, but
because innovation books are normally.
I saw this one and I said, I like myself a little bit of Tombstone, so I got this Holiday.
Yeah, I like that.
I hadn't seen it before, so I'm like, yeah, why not? 80s cartoon fans, be jealous because I got myself Brave Star in 3D.
Nice Brave Star in 3D.
And the elusive newsstand. I think they were all newsstand. Direct on those ones. I picked up a small collection of sliders.
Oh man, I forgot all about sliders. That was a fun show.
So I picked up a bunch.
That was a good show.
Old Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah, I'd like to see them do that again. Gotta reboot it. I like that show, so that was pretty good. This one, I'll show this one first, and I'll show the next one. Picked up another Doctor Who.
No.
Why would I do such a thing? Throwing my money away. This one, the guy had it at the last con that they had at Syracuse, and I didn't get it. And when I got home, I said to myself, I don't have that one. So I got this. It's a second print of a Baby Spider-Man king size, and you notice that the second print because of the lines on the top.
There you go.
So this was like a, I don't want to say it was a giveaway, but it was like a mail away that you can get. And last, I picked up on Facebook auctions through one of the sellers, Wade's out in Pennsylvania. I picked up a whole stack of the Dracula.
Oh, nice.
You know, for $10, and I got 12 issues of it.
You like your Universal monsters?
Yeah,
Nice.
and that's it for me.
That's going to be a fun series because they're doing Creature from Black Lagoon.
Creatures coming out. Our on the D-Lo, but our local comic shop, Funky Town, is doing their own little store variant for it. So,
nice.
Did you pick up the turtle one?
No, they had tons left. I'll pick it up at the store.
Yeah, because it was oversized, and I was just like, eh.
All right, kids.
It was nice. I liked it.
Yeah,
Start off with a little OA, little original art. Space Falcon. Did a nice little.
On the boob. I like that.
Yeah. By a nice Space Falcon cover by way of Astro Wizard. Astro hooked me up with that, so I was very happy. Then of course,
stop watching Prison Break.
I always add to my Prison collection.
Love Everlasting. Yeah.
Because you can never have too much Prison.
I think that Thor one you picked up a couple weeks ago too.
I might have picked up a copy of it. Of course,
Mystery in Space.
Mystery in Space. I'm very close to getting that run complete.
How many are you missing?
I think I'm down to like 9 right now.
How many issues had Adam Strange in it?
Most of them between like 53 and 103 had Adam Strange in it. And then there was a gap, and then you got some sparse ones, but the 53 to like 103, 104 is where I'm shooting for. Then we got some Lotte. I hit up Midtown for some ratios.
I got that cover.
I got Art Adams Midnighter cover.
Wild Dog, whatever it is.
Wrong with a little Mojo Jojo.
Mojo Jojo.
A little Sweeney Boo 1 in 25.
Nice.
I just love his cover. Rocket Raccoon ratio. Nice Aspinall Avengers Inc. Got this from Kyle this week.
Nice.
I was happy to get that and throw that in the old collection. Of course, I had to get my Savage Sonia, my Dan Pinocchio stuff, because this is just such a goddamn beautiful cover. It's hard to pass up. Some Ivan Tao. I love Sweetie Candy Vigilante. Some fun Arthur Sidem. Some Catman and Kitten.
Catman and Kitten.
Love these. I had to get black and white as well.
What the hell?
Spider-Gwen, the Kirby monster variant.
That's cool.
Great Lotte, Gem and Holograms.
Oh, nice. IDW, right?
Yeah, I believe it was an IDW. And then some more ratios there, and that's about everything I got.
Nice.
Truly outrageous.
Truly outrageous.
I got some things, doing a little spring cleaning, but I got something from last week from when I went to Washington AwesomeCon, and I didn't show it. So I'm actually getting a bunch of patches together because I'm going to patch up a nice jacket and just trying to get enough stuff. So a couple of Boba Fett patches that I picked up.
Oh, there you go.
Con, you know, I just got this one on eBay just now. Pretty cool.
Get yourself a jean jacket.
Yeah, I got the jean jacket. I got the green one, the
There you
green denim, and it's going on it. So this is actually a part of a bigger piece.
Oh, they do. Oh, that's cool.
So it has that, and then the top piece is Django.
Oh, cool.
Pretty cool. I got that. So those are the patches that I got. So I'm doing spring cleaning in the house. So I'm taking stuff out of boxes, throwing boxes away, this and that. So here's a couple of Boba Fett's for you. You got a itty bitty.
Oh, that's small. That's very small.
Exactly.
That's
Sometimes
choking hazard.
She might say that sometimes, and you kind of a little your confidence goes down the drain. But then you can go, you turn around, you tell her, well, I got the 4-inch Wonder. You know what I'm saying? So the 4-inch Wonder can do some damage. Maybe it's the motion of the ocean. That's what they always say too. But then you do this. You give her this. You give her this. The 10-incher, and she's gonna love it more. And she might not be able to handle it, but it's all good. But then total destruction. 18-inch Wonder. You damn destroy. The destroyer of destroyers.
Jeez. No, you're not walking for a week after that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm actually opening stuff. This is the 18-inch Boba Fett. That
take what Dom said and divide it by 10 as his actual size.
That's
those kind of pickups.
Giggle Fett in the background was going ill. What did you talking about?
Yeah. You got to have 18 inches because I'm pretty sure that Boba Fett jean jacket's probably not going to turn her on.
Exactly.
Briscoe, why are you sharing this terrible stuff in our chat? That's almost like spit out my drink when I saw it.
Which one?
Ooh.
Oh,
so I'm sitting there trying to watch Styx with a straight face, and
somebody sent me that. I thought I'd share it with
suddenly in the chat that I have open, Bruce shares this. I'm going to show it.
Yeah.
Game of Bone. Winter is coming.
I'm like, what the hell?
And you got the midget.
Little person.
Little person. Okay. Little person.
I almost spit out. Almost like short-circuited my computer.
That could be found on.
I'm trying to cut back on that kind of stuff.
I'm sure there's probably less offensive things in that movie than the actual game.
If you look up Bridget the Midget, you got some good stuff there.
Oh, good old Bridget.
Jeez. I wonder about
anything else?
I really wonder.
That's it.
All righty.
The wife is like, thank God.
Yeah.
I'm totally offended.
All right, let's look at a couple comics. Trying to pull some things out here that aren't as popular and seen all over the place. So this week there was a Pop's Chocolate Shop of Horrors, which is a good Archie title. There's a Dan DeCarlo Blah variant, which is a great Betty and Veronica cover. Punchline Swimsuit Edition, Winter Edition #1 came out. Also a great cover. One could work that into saying it's a possible homage for Dan Stevens. Looks a little more like the Dirty Pair cover, but it's close. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Untold Destiny of the Foot Clan, the 1 in 25, which was a pretty cool cover as well.
It's kind of funny. They have that book coming out, and what's the name? And the Acolyte, the assassin, coming face up to and ninja-esque type of.
Yeah. I don't buy a lot of turtle books, but I did put this on the old list.
Turtle books are good books. A lot of the books. Same thing with the Power Rangers. Power Rangers has some good covers too. Yeah,
it's just a little outside of my time range of stuff that I really liked.
Go,
and coming up in the future, you will get Space Ghost #1 coming out soon from Dynamite. There are some great covers, but I like the old school Michael Cho variant. It's just it's sharp. There's some Bjorn Barron's cover. There's some nice looking Space Ghost covers, but I like old school, so it's the one I like. Then there's a new series coming out. Isn't necessarily a cover by, but it might be a very good read. Get Fury is coming out, where Nick Fury is, I believe, taken captive by the Viet Cong, and they send someone in to rescue him by the name of Lieutenant Frank Castle. This series is written by Garth. This series is written by Garth Ennis, so you are again going to get Garth Ennis writing Punisher the way God intended.
Yes.
So it will be fun.
Does that fall into the Nam timeline?
Yes, I believe so.
The series Nam? I don't mean the
Yeah,
war.
no,
I mean,
when Punisher was in
In theory, it should.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it'll be fun to see with all the weirdness of Punisher recently and stuff like that. Just kind of a more old school Punisher story, if that's your thing. And I know there's a lot of Punisher fans out there that kind of just want old school Punisher. And next on the list, if you could find this, if it's not canceled, I don't know. I saw it canceled from previews. I don't know. I see number 2 out there in previews, but not this one in number 1. But the 1 in 5 Dusky Loveless variant. I love Dusky Loveless as an artist. She doesn't do a ton of stuff, but it's Black Mask, so you never know when it'll come out or if it'll come out. It's supposed to come out soon, but it could be a year from now when it shows up. But it's just a good cover, and it's a good artist that will hopefully get some more work as well. She puts together some great stuff. So that's what I got on the list for this week. I also threw in just a couple pulps this week. Weird Tales had a sale for $21.60. It's a beautiful Margaret Brundage cover. It is part 1 of 3 of the final Robert E. Howard Conan story, and it ended up being released a month after his death. Howard is the person who created Conan, so this, for all you Conan fans, has some great significance, as well as an amazing Brundage cover. So this is a book that will always hold some value. And I just threw one more on here because it was kind of fun. This Planet Stories went for $360. It's a great classic Good Girl cover, but it's also the first Ray Bradbury story in this series. So if you're a sci-fi fan and a Ray Bradbury fan, that's great. And then you also get Lee Brackett, who co-wrote Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, has a story in there as well. So for all you sci-fi fans, it's a good pickup and kind of a good idea of where some of these, where the prices fall for some of these pulps. So
one of the first books I ever remember reading as a young child was Ray Bradbury's The Halloween Tree. I don't know if anybody's ever read that.
No.
those guys were so insanely, between like Philip K. Dick, Ray Bradbury, those guys were so prolific in the volumes of stuff that they wrote in terms of short stories.
Yeah, I went out
and
to
all
read
these pulps
several
and stuff like that.
Junior high and high school of his books. He's one of my favorite authors growing up.
Yeah, it was amazing. It's how these guys churned out stuff that was good. It wasn't schlock either. They wrote good, solid sci-fi. So good times. All right, let's take a look at some news this week.
Nice.
A new Miles Spider-Verse short is going to be debuted on YouTube. So Sony Pictures is partnering with the Kevin Love Fund, and they're going to put out a little Spider-Verse mini on YouTube.
Yeah, it's going to be about Miles' mental health, how he deals with his mental health.
Because the Kevin Love Fund is a mental health awareness fund. So if you're a Miles fan, you're going to get some cool animated.
It'll be like
Miles.
an after-school special.
Yeah,
it's gonna have meaning.
Yes,
it's gonna have a message.
It's about time they should start doing those more. Yeah, maybe the kids will listen.
After-school specials or Miles Morales?
Miles Morales doing after-school specials.
Who was it in the after-school special that went out the window? Was it Helen Hunt or was it?
No, you had Ben Affleck with the steroid episode, which was actually the after-school special. Was it?
There's the one after school special where somebody did angel dust and jumped out the window and then landed after jumping out the window and then started running. I believe it might have been Helena.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, it was great. Back in the days of angel dust.
Those have to be available somewhere. I'd kind of like to check out some of those. They have to be out there somewhere.
It's like those drug commercials.
YouTube,
Who watches that?
Fantastic.
YouTube or
Watching you.
Daily Motion.
Yeah, they're definitely, the clips are definitely still findable. I don't know full length, but they got to be out there full length.
You know, those after G.I. Joe's awareness little clips
I
they
love
used to
the old
do.
PSAs. I love the old PSAs. But,
He-Man did those. G.I. Joe did those.
Mm-hmm.
the old I don't know, the old after school specials, the live action ones were always crazy and hilarious. So Miles fans, you can get a little more Miles to hold you over until the next animated movie.
Well, 2027 until the third one.
Yeah, God only knows.
Whatever.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yo, Joe.
Now we have our next rumored James Bond, our friend Adam Taylor Johnson.
Before since you did this, I think Variety came out a little while ago and said they were wrong and he's not being considered for Bond.
That's funny because all the stories were around about how yep, he's going to be the next one. So be it. He would make a good Bond. It would be a perfect casting, a very easy casting.
You know, they could deny it and just they could be doing the deep fake and we're not casting him and he shows up as Bond.
Well, I mean, they got to do something.
Him and his brother were the best part of this movie, actually.
I agree 100%, especially since my kids were really into Thomas the Train. So all those references were hitting me spot on. Yeah, he's making his way into a bigger name for an action star. We'll see how Craven does.
Bryce says he would be a terrible Bond.
Who's going to be a good Bond at this point?
I can't. I don't know the last Bond movie I watched. I'm surprised. I guess people still watch.
Spyfall, I guess, was the last one I saw.
I just wanted. I mean, truthfully, I thought watching the series Luther that it would have been great to see Idris be Bond. I know he's older and whatever, but.
Yeah.
The way they ended the Luther series would have been a perfect transition into him being a Bond.
Agreed.
Without him having to be the James Bond, be a James Bond. It would have been perfect. But What are you going to do? All righty. Okay. Tennessee signed into law the first act in the country to help protect musicians from AI using their voice unauthorized. The Elvis Act, ensuring likeness, voice, and image security.
I think we all kind of agree this is a good thing, that you shouldn't be using their images and their voice without their authorized without compensating them for it. I have to give it up to whoever the team was that had to, because the governor was like, it's going to be Elvis. You got to make it work.
Yeah, come up with that acronym.
Come up with an acronym, but it's going to be Elvis. And they're like, okay, how can we do this? And then they come up with ensuring likeness, voice, and image security. Bravo.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yep. So you're starting to get your first steps into some protection for artists, and we'll see how well this takes, and if other states catch on, or if something happens at the federal level. But it seems to be the first step.
Bound to.
Well, that can't be a good thing if Elvis himself is not protected.
Oh my!
How did we miss this?
Okay, did you boys watch any of the trailers for House of Dragons or Beetlejuice?
I missed both of these.
Yes, I did reactions for all three of them.
You got nothing else to do?
What? I'm retired. I do what the fuck I want.
I'm
I
retired.
don't have anyone to answer to like you, Dom.
I got work to answer to.
And you hardly
What do
do
you say?
that when you're texting.
Yo, it's been fucking busy. Fucking security.
So I got to know, did the trailer, because I didn't see it, did the trailer give any hint as to what Beetlejuice backstory was? Because that was like, we did a story. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago that Keaton, I guess, was intrigued and that his backstory, but it almost made him, I forget the word they used, but it made him basically stop and like, what? When they told him the backstory of Beetlejuice. So I'm very curious what his backstory is going to be.
It was only a teaser, so it was like about a minute.
But it was it was for a teaser. They showed a lot for a teaser. I mean, a lot of times teasers show very, very little. They were showing scenes from the film throughout the whole teaser trailer for a minute. So
I know they would never do this. I know they would never do it because obviously you don't want to promote that type of behavior or whatever. But if they had him be some sort of like predator, that would be like, it would be terrible. I can see Bruce first shaking his head. I agree 100%. They would never do it. But you remember the scene.
Jedi.
But you remember the scene in Beetlejuice when he's waiting. He's got like the number of like 500,000, blah blah blah, and he puts his hand on the lady's leg and she hits him from the other side because she's been cut in half.
Yes, I was in my brain working through. Does he mean sexual predator or like
exactly what
predator? Meant, yeah. Like I need the trophies, predator, alien, and predator.
No. I meant sexual predator.
I think
either way it would be interesting.
I think little movie the biggest problem he had with the Beetlejuice trailer was when Beetlejuice pops up. He said the lighting and angles were horrible. They should be ashamed of themselves.
That's the trailer.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's not more scenes like that. Hopefully it's well lit for the theater.
Well, a lot of times these trailers are done before some of the
before all the post-production is done.
Yeah. They want to get it done. I think this has been done for a while and they just hadn't released it because it was supposed to be done at Super Bowl time.
Yeah, I was wondering whose funeral they were at. Speaking of sexual predators.
The father, I would assume.
Yeah, the father. Winona's father.
Yeah, Principal Rooney, who had some problems with the authorities.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was wondering whose funeral they were at when they were in the trailer. So.
And the House of the Dragons, the dueling trailers, Team Black, Team Green, those were amazing.
Yeah, they were good. I mean, it's a fun show. It'll be interesting to see how they work through that. And I don't know how many episodes there's going to be. I always kind of.
I'm going to have to watch a recap of season 1 before season 2 rolls out because I've already forgotten.
That's kind of the problems with these.
I know she married her uncle or something. That's about all I remember.
I think I want to do watch parties with the first season. Not off stream,
I do not.
I haven't seen the first season. So.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, they're dense. It's a bit of a dense show, so yeah, I have to watch
on season 1 for your Styx.
I'm gonna have to watch season 1 again just to.
Oh God, don't, man! Just watch a recap on YouTube. That's what YouTube.
No, I mean that's what I'll do.
That's what YouTube's for.
I'm not gonna watch the whole thing again, but. Sometimes just watching the last episode just to catch back up. But I mean, the gaps between this. I mean, I guess the gap wasn't too bad for this. What was it, a year and a half?
For what?
Since the first season.
Yeah, then you got to account for the 6 months of writers and actors strikes.
Yay, watch party! I do not understand watch parties. Bruce Fry, you and I have had this conversation before. If you invited me to your watch party, I would spend the entire watch party telling people to shut the fuck up. Stop.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. But then again,
I do not get them.
Yeah,
I stream in a room where I don't have my TVs.
If I do a streaming watch party, the people that are watching us watch the show, they get to start the show where we started. So we give our commentary and then we read the chat, and this is where we've seen it.
then you
stuff.
deal with the joy of the like 30-second delay between people joining or not catching up or delayed and everything all over the place. Good times.
Yeah, it's for good times.
All right.
I'm gonna join one about something. It has to be about something I just don't care about, and I'm just gonna join it.
I'm sure the expression on your face will be about as excited as you were on the Star Wars show while they were cracking those cards open.
we can
Oh, dude, don't get me started on those cards. I'm in. I'm in now. I'm 100% in. I haven't bought any yet.
Don't do it,
in.
Jedi. Don't do it.
It's too
Don't
late.
do it.
It's too late. I'm hooked. I've been playing it online. I'm hooked.
Oh, jeez.
I'll be fine. The Boba Fett cards. That's it.
We could do a watch party for the first episode of the new season of Doctor Who. Jedi.
Please, yeah, I'll sit in on that one.
There you go.
Styx will be telling me to shut the fuck up.
I'd rather suck on a muffin.
What's going on here? Who's that?
Who's that?
Why are they walking into a telephone booth?
Where'd he come from? What is that
The
thing?
Weeping Angels.
First, a
Those
little bit of
things are
comic
scary.
news. Ultimate Spider-Man 4. We are going to get Gwen introduced in Ultimate Spider-Man 4, and she is
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
She's on the cover.
Yeah, she's on the goddamn cover.
Spoilers. They only up to issue 2.
Well, you know, if you don't look at previews, you have issues. So yeah, she'll be married to Harry, and co-runs Oscorp. So that'll be an interesting, very different Gwen that we'll get. But we will be getting some Gwen in our Ultimate Spidey universe. So I don't know. Are you still reading Ultimate Spider-Man? I'm wondering how long it's going to last.
Anyway.
Well, Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, in terms of people's
Interest.
yeah.
Well, I see people already lost interest in Black Panther and X-Men. They moved on.
Yeah, that didn't
The
last.
prices for those books that came crashing back down to earth.
I mean, I know people were still going to read this just because it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man books sell.
Spider-Man books.
But I don't know. It seemed to be such a rabid excitement for it when the first issue came out, but it seems to have died off a bit, tempered a bit.
People hate reading, so
Well, that is true.
Now it's all about the covers.
That is true.
Wait until the issue where you realize that JJ and Uncle Ben have been hooking up for like 30 years.
They've been touching tips for
Yep.
a long time.
That's I don't know that
Stop.
steam room
Stop.
scene. Come on.
And they're in the steam room every other panel. I mean,
Yes.
there's literally like 2 full pages of them talking in a steam room. I was like, I really don't need Uncle Ben and JJ in a steam room together.
Naked with a
I don't
tie.
know, man.
Having
All I
a
know is
chat.
Whole Pleasures. That's going to be called the new comic. I don't know.
It just seemed like a little much for a Spider-Man book, but
Hey, you want to get the comic community?
God damn you,
comic community
AOA.
huge outlaw? Forget about it.
Can somebody explain docking
Forget
to the
about it.
audience?
Please don't.
no.
They're going to be pegging.
We'll leave that. We'll leave that
Hold
one
on,
to
Dom.
your Google search.
Pegging is
history.
between a man and a woman, all right? And she's doing
When
the
a
pegging.
man loves a woman very
Sometimes other ways
much,
too.
and
Well, then it's called something different.
Yeah, Dom.
Same act, different name.
Is it me or is Dom delayed?
good.
Yeah, public school.
Yeah, he's on.
So Gunn did the little Dead Man tease and dropped his little tweet with Dead Man. So has people speculating and rumors swirling.
Oh, it's Dead Man. Okay.
Yes,
What?
Dead Man.
Oh, so that's a tie. I like it says James Gunn post of Dean Man. I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't have an editor like Bruce. I don't have that. I don't have that kind of retired money.
Where's my editor? Haven't heard from him in a few days.
So
That'd be the tease for Dead freaking Justice League After Dark or some shit. What's the book?
I mean, some people are saying he's just fucking with people. Other people are saying no, it's going to be something. I don't know. I think they're doing a Swamp Thing series, so I think that fits.
Today he posted a picture of Wonder Woman because it's Wonder Woman's birthday.
Yeah, but what was his reason for posting Dead Man?
Dead man's birthday? I don't know.
Death Day.
Death
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah. So I don't know. I he's not a dumb man, and he understands.
A large part of the audience would disagree with you.
Yeah, he's not an idiot. I mean, he's smart enough to know when he puts something out on social media like that, the reaction it's going to get. So
Wait, Dead Man's name is Boston?
Boston Brand.
Boston Brand.
That's enough for me not to care right there.
I
Terrible.
love Dead Man. I love Justice League Dark.
I don't know if I've ever met a person named Boston. I'm trying to think. Nope, I don't think so.
Have you met someone named New York? I don't know. I don't know.
What?
No, Don, I haven't.
So you say, have you heard of somebody named New York?
And I do agree with AOA. He could be squeezed in anywhere, and he always has been over the years.
Mm-hmm.
I would just prefer him to be squeezed in with Swamp Thing and lead us into some type of Justice League Dark. I just want that whole dark side of DC to be built out. So I don't know.
I don't think we're going to get Justice League Dark for a while.
I don't think we're going to get it for a while. But you can start introducing the characters.
If they're doing Constantine Part 2 with what's his name, there's no way he fits in with the DC.
Keanu?
Yeah.
Keanu?
Whatever his name is.
Yeah,
that guy.
You don't have to have Constantine.
That guy who messed up Constantine in the first movie.
I like that movie. I like the first part of that movie.
I
like the first part of it. And then it got a little.
For the time, it was fine. It was before a bunch of superhero movies and stuff like that. I don't know. I enjoyed it.
I like the first Daredevil movie too. So you know that does.
With Forehead.
Affleck and Forehead. Yeah.
Oh man. But I don't know. Like I said, I would just like to see them start introducing these characters, even if they do it slowly. Give me a Dead Man here, give me a Zatanna here,
Scary.
Whatever. I don't know if there's any room in between JJ and Ben. I'm pretty sure that's.
I wonder who's the top.
Who's the power bottom? JJ has to be.
JJ's the power bottom. I agree,
without a doubt.
Okay.
And last but not least, I just saw this story and it made me laugh. Some guy took a picture of his friend eating mac and cheese and then decided to just buy this billboard and put it up in Cincinnati.
How much is a billboard?
I think it was either $1,200 or $1,800, something like that.
Damn.
Yeah. So yes, it was just a nice. This man consumes over 20 gallons of liquid cheese in a year. We cannot stop him, which I just found to be a pretty great prank to screw with a friend.
It's funny. It's funny you brought this story up because hopefully my friend's son is not watching. He's probably 25, 26, and he will not eat anything except for those Velveeta shells and cheese things since he was like 10, 11.
Wait, that's all he eats?
Those and chicken nuggets.
Jeez,
That's it. That's it. His whole life.
Processed
I
food.
hope your friend is not watching either, because I'm about to lay some truth on you. That's some bad parenting.
Yep.
That's a rough diet.
You know, that's what he wants to eat.
It's a lot.
Someone get that kid some cold meat.
It's a lot of sloppy BMs.
Oh.
But you know what? I understand. I mean, the guy that if he's got that much disposable income, wants to do a fun, not harmful prank on his buddy, more power to him. I understand his buddy 100% because my wife will buy cheese at the grocery store and she will bring it out. And as she's putting it away, she will look at me and she's putting it in the freezer or refrigerator. She will look at me and she will say, "Do not eat this cheese. I'm going to use it." And I just look at her like, I just give her a look back like, okay. you know I'm going to eat that cheese.
My wife walked in on me once. I was eating a ball of mozzarella like an apple.
Cheese is good. Cheese is almost, I don't know, cheese or bacon. If I had to get, I don't know which one I'd give up. I don't know if I could make that choice. I don't know.
Yeah, they're both delicious.
Don't give up bacon.
I love cheese though.
Yeah,
that's rough. So that's the news for the week, boys. So now what you've all been waiting for. That's
Nobody's
not a
been
comic
waiting
sale of
for
the
this.
week.
That's not a comic sale of the week. First of all, apologies to who was it? Cosmic?
Oh.
I think it was Cosmic,
Or
right?
Cosmic,
That suggested we do patches. Cosmic, I looked for patches. I could not find anything. So if you could like DM me and let me know specifically, kind of narrow it down, maybe what we're looking for. In
Law enforcement patches.
Huh?
Law enforcement patches.
Star Wars patches.
Okay, all right. Help me
NASA
remember that for
NASA
next
patches.
week, and I'll give it another shot. I looked, and I was getting all kind of crazy stuff. But then,
I have a lot of NASA
you know, while I was looking for patches, oddly enough, I stumbled across some Hot Wheels, because I guess Hot Wheels used to come with these patches. And I said, okay, I'll just do Hot Wheels, and we'll figure out the patches thing later. So here's some Hot Wheels stuff that is, oddly enough, a lot of the stuff is within our life, easily within our lifespan, and things that we either may have had as a kid or what. Hot Wheels JCPenney Treasure Hunt set from 1995, listed in excellent condition, usually just sold at the end of January for $2,500. Styx, didn't you, Styx?
No, I'm not a huge Hot Wheels guy.
Oh wow!
Oh,
I got tons of. I
have some red line ones, but they're not like nothing big.
I got like a 15-gallon crate filled to the top with
I got a buddy.
cars.
I got a buddy that collects red lines for him and his son. They'll race them and stuff. So Hot Wheels Red Line lot, no particular set, I guess, just a collection of 48. It says cards. It should be cars, so I'm guilty too, Joe. We
have bad eyes for old.
I meant to fix that, and then I forgot. From 1969, they're listed as used but gems. That's the seller's words, not mine. Used. That's
a new grading one for me.
Yeah. Sold for 37 bids for $5,238 back in late January.
That's good. For 1969, that's a nice lot of cars.
And 1969 was a very good year.
It was.
You bastard.
Hey, you dirty, filthy bastard.
I had Hot Wheels growing up as a kid. I never really collected them or obviously took care of them. They got treated like shit the way God intended.
Mine.
Right.
Yeah. But so I didn't know until my buddy explained it to me that the whole red line thing that has to do with the packaging, right? If I remember right from what he told me.
In some cases,
yeah, so I don't know anything about Hot Wheels. I just played with them like a kid's supposed to. But yeah, them things, if you got them and they're in good condition, and they're tough too, right? So I mean, it's not like you can drop them, you're going to run things. Those things.
Hey, listen, I used to collect Matchbox cars, not Hot Wheels.
Matchbox.
I had some Hot Wheels in my collections.
Yeah, the ugly cousin of Hot Wheels. Yeah. I'm joking.
The Hot Wheels are fun. I mean, I had a ton. I had a ton as a kid.
The grenade.
When my kids were little, it was the cheapest toy that was always available everywhere. So it was like anywhere we go, you go to the supermarket, you go to CVS, whatever, there would be Hot Wheels cars. So you just grab a couple cars or a buck.
They were within the price range that you could ask your mom or dad, and they'd be like, "Yeah, go grab one," because they weren't like some super expensive thing either. So. Last one is this is from 1972 Hot Wheels Red Line rear engine snake and mongoose dragsters, again from 72. Listed as having some light dirt but otherwise nice. The set sold for $2,500 on a best offer in mid-January. These are pretty cool. I don't know, I'm not saying I had these, but I remember having a dragster car Hot Wheel as a child. Yeah, I think
those are nice. I mean, those look nice in package. There's no yellowing on the plastic. Everything looks sharp.
And the one thing about the Hot Wheels I like, they like when they make like the Batmobile, they make all the different the cars and stuff like that.
Thanks, Terry.
Yeah, the treasure hunts. The treasure hunts were fun because when my kids were little, I'd take them to the toy store, and then once I started buying them all the Hot Wheels, I found out about treasure hunts. And then you start looking on the pegs for while they're a toy. They're looking at their toys. Yeah. You're looking at all through all the Hot Wheels to see if you can find.
It's funny that you brought this one up this week, Joey, because I happen to be looking through some auctions locally, like they do the. I'm sure you've seen it on TV, like storage auctions and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
There was one that was filled with like bins and cases of Hot Wheels and NASCAR, and the bid was already at $12,500 for the storage locker.
Ooh.
That's pretty high for around here.
Yeah, you could. Yep. Probably turn a profit though if it had a.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure, I remember the Toys R Us that used to be downtown, uptown when I was before they closed it down. They used to have a huge bin full of Hot Wheels cars just thrown in the bin, and people were going in there trying to pick them out and try to find what's what.
Oh yeah.
I hate when they do that.
I know, right?
Like a conglomerated mess, and then I'm like.
But it's great. It's great that they're still around. It's great that they're still cheap too. It's a great, cheap, fun toy. Yeah. So I don't know. I enjoy it. Thank you, Jedi. It's a good choice this week.
Nice.
Yeah.
I do love me Hot Wheels. I wish I could sell some of mine, but
Do you have any of the Hot Wheels comics from the?
oh god, I want them, but they're
Silver Age?
they are not cheap.
One.
No.
They are not cheap
And
at all.
it's hard to find them in good condition.
And they're still really expensive in shitty condition.
Jungle Pam. I don't know.
Jungle Pam.
I don't know. That could be a bad movie.
I hope so.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not Bucky.
Come on.
That time already?
It's that time.
Oh,
It's,
God.
it's, it's
I think
that
I'll
time.
take my leave now.
They're gonna say
Oh.
time for me to go to the restroom.
I'll just do like Neil Adams, get a towel and pee into it.
I know. Well, once I learned what the subject matter, what the topic of this one is, I felt a little better. But I still, yeah. Well, I mean, I shouldn't because I know you're gonna
the Country
twist it
Bears.
and- Country Bears.
Oh, God.
The Country Bears? No.
Showtime Pizza.
Yeah. I remember
Showtime
Country
Pizza.
Bears.
Okay.
What
I thought
the
that was Big
hell?
Al. Yeah.
I just googled
Otherwise
Jungle
known as Chuck
Pam.
E. Cheese. Otherwise known as
Did you?
Yes.
All right.
Is somebody knocking on your door now?
Are
Someone
you
from
on a
law
watch list
enforcement?
now?
No, she was looks like a drag racer maybe, or just a fan of drag racing. She was pretty hot actually.
You're one of those girls with a handkerchief.
You know, the white
Racing for
boots,
pinks.
the little white shorts.
Okay. All right. All right.
She just-
So
Very
welcome
nice.
in to the qualified Six Boy Trivia Night.
Let's
edition.
go.
Go to the next slide. Tonight
Music
is
trivia. What?
music trivia. Don't
What?
get too excited. You might not win.
I'm not going to win this. I'm
Get
horrible
ready.
with
Get
names
ready for
and-
your brains to be exploded.
That's right. All right. Let's go to our first question.
Oh, that's easy.
Farouk Bulsara is the real name of which of these lead vocalists? Frankie Valli, Flavor Flav, Freddie Mercury, or Freddie Fender?
C. Freddie Mercury. Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, I was gonna say Freddie Mercury too.
I thought that was a pretty easy one. He's a pretty
I would say it was
Pretty
easy.
well known.
I just
fact. Well, for those who know. For those who know, Jedi.
Sarah.
I think we have a pretty good consensus in the chat.
Yeah, I think that's
Jedi was
foregone
waiting
conclusion.
for BK.
Yeah, well,
I'm
I
still
don't think he
waiting.
waited. I think he's
He's still
waiting for
Googling.
I don't-
no, I felt pretty confident that it was Freddie
Googling.
Mercury.
All right.
Radio Gaga.
All right. Question number 2. Which member of the Avengers had a brief stint as a pop star? Is it Mark Ruffalo, Scarlett
Ruffalo.
Johansson, Jeremy Renner, or Brie Larson?
Mark Ruffalo.
D. Lawson.
I was gonna say, damn it. Yeah, I was looking at Larson. It strikes me as Larson would be the one. Like,
Yeah, I think it's
like
it's
there's a lot of C's. Buffy says C. Brogu says A. Buffy, Tommy says A.
We're all over the place here
A.
tonight.
C.
I like
Nobody's saying D, so I'm starting to worry.
Terry said Frankenberry, so I don't know where he's.
Frankenberry.
I don't know where he's looking at.
I'm gonna stay with D. I still think it's Brie Larson.
I'm just guessing.
All right, gents.
And the
I'm
answer
actually losing you
is
guys on the internet.
Yay!
indeed it is
Now-
Brie Larson.
Now Jeremy Renner's in a band as
What?
well.
Well, it wasn't a pop band, pop star. Pop
Well,
star.
it wasn't really rock either.
What kind of band is he in?
Was it good?
I mean,
my
it was
God.
in a Jeep. He was in a Jeep commercial with his band. So
I want to have to
Well,
download
that
her
counts.
album now.
I don't know if that
Queen-
Jeep commercials
Queen-
count, but
Queen Brie. Yay.
yeah.
I don't know if we'll say Queen Brie, but we'll say.
You're doing pretty good this week.
Watch The Room. You'll call her Queen Brie after that movie.
I've seen The Room.
I'm glad to
And
see
no.
Styx has fallen in line and has just like
All right, let's go to question number 3 then.
Yes, her. Yes, that does appear to be the name of her album.
finally out of P. Finally out of PE. I said finally out of P. God.
Yeah, finally had a P.
Yes, she did sing in Scotland.
She finally got a hall pass.
Yeah.
All right. Do you know Drake Lance, Black Canary, was the lead singer of a new 52 band that was dubbed the most dangerous band in America? Is that true or is that false?
Don't know who any of that. I don't know who that is.
Black Canary?
So she played Black Canary. Okay, the actress that played Black Canary. Okay, was the lead singer.
No, the
in-
character.
Oh, that's the character's
What?
name.
Oh,
The character.
God, we're playing. See, I
That's
was
the character.
I was
that's the
hoping we
character.
would avoid comic books in this topic.
No.
Never.
What? Never.
We do talk comic books on this show.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
I was
comic
hoping
show.
just for a little reprieve there. All right,
I
so
gave you a
Black
whole
Canary
reading
was
list,
the lead
Jedi.
singer in a new 52 band. Yeah, you know what?
I'm gonna say true.
Thank you, AI.
I don't think I read.
Yeah, like nothing less
Birds of
mistakes. Exactly.
I got some falses, but mostly true.
Terry's all over the place again. He's saying Faru with an F. No,
Oh, we got trolls.
He's on the fence.
From
I
AOA.
think
Prey.
he's on the fence. Trolls.
Alrighty, boys.
So the answer is true. The band's
I have
name
3 for
was
3.
Yay.
Black Canary.
Go figure.
I know. My luck is going to run out because there's still 2 questions. So I'm not.
This one might be easy. What is the name of the band on this comic book called?
Yay.
Is it Josie and the Pussycats? Is it the Neptunes? Is it the Dusted Bunnies? Or is it the Mary Janes?
The Mary Janes. D.
Dang, he sounds pretty confident.
It's Marvel, so I would know this.
It don't listen to him. He's a DC homer. What does he know?
I am a DC
What
homer.
is the name of the band? Why would the Mary Jane? What? It doesn't look like it's not Josie and the Pussycat. The
Spider Gwen does whatever. Oh, wrong.
All right, BK's not here, so I guess I'll lean on Bruce.
Terry's the only one that answered there. He said the honeybees, and that's
The
not even
honeybees.
No, honeybees.
I'll say
Sounds
the
like it's
Mary
from
Janes.
something.
It makes as much sense as any of the others, I guess. The Mary Janes.
Did we lose?
There you go.
That is the band.
There's
Mary
Gwen.
Jane.
Gwen is in that band.
She is the drummer.
Yep, I had covered her up just to
Cool
not give
people.
it away too badly.
In the moon, Jedi. In the moon.
Yeah, she's in the moon. Oh, fine. Okay. Question 5. I saw someone mention this in the chat. Which of these bands is not in the Scott Pilgrim manga?
Oh, God.
Is it A, the Takatayangi twins,
Oh.
B, the Clash of Demon Head,
How we get manga in
See?
this?
Sugar Shock, or D, Crash and the Boys?
The Kata Young. No, Yanagi twins, I guess. I don't know.
No,
That's
Styx,
that's too obvious.
Styx could make that up. That's too.
Wow.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
say.
Do you like twins?
You don't.
I'm gonna say D. I think it's Crashing the Boys. Not that I have a clue. I'm just that's like a real, just a guess. AOA says D. Terry says A. Rogu says A. Tommy says B. TA Matt and Damon says C. They're all over the place. Chat don't know either.
All right, boys.
Right. And the answer is
Dang, Sugar Shock.
Sugar Shock.
That's a great name, though.
It's good.
It's a Dark Horse comic
Mm.
about a band.
Who reads Dark Horse?
Why not?
You're
It's
welcome.
there. Thank you
show.
for playing along.
Yay.
Jedi's wrong.
Good
Jedi's
meeting.
always wrong.
All right. I figured since we were doing some music trivia, we'd just roll this segment into it, which is the fantasy band lineup. So, Jedi, you wanna roll with the guidelines?
So yeah, this came to me in a dream.
A dream.
There we go.
So yeah, we thought it would be fun to I don't know, we get in trouble just about every time we start talking bands and music here on this what the other shows, not the qualified, but so hopefully we're starting a new trend to where we don't get bombasted by the chat.
Fantastic.
Oh, we won't. It's okay.
Because we disagree.
Lambasted?
Lambasted,
Lamb-
bombastic, yeah.
None of that.
So we're to put together our own what we'll call build a band or fantasy band of bands that we were influenced as either throughout our life, bands that really kind of influenced that we liked. These are not necessarily going to be. We're not saying that these are the best people at their position or at their instrument. We're just saying that these are the bands that we and the musicians that we liked and that had influence over our life and that we growing up. So don't beat us up if whoever we pick as the guitarist isn't your favorite guitarist.
Yeah, if you don't like who we pick.
I believe there's no Jethro Tull members in this in any of these picks.
So I don't know who's first, but so the rules are one vocalist, one lead guitar, one bass, one drum. And then you can have what turned out to be one. It was just going to be keyboard or keyboard or rhythm guitar, but then of course we do have Styx on the panel, and Styx throws a curveball at us every time. So we just kind of made it miscellaneous. You have one miscellaneous.
I'm just happy that Styx didn't pick a keytar player.
Wait, it was only
Where'd
one
Dom go?
guitar.
Where'd Tom go?
Really? One guitar?
I was going to
That was
ask that. I know where is it?
Yeah, drop
We
it out
lost
there.
Tom. So I have two guitarists on mine. Like I have a lead and then a rhythm guitarist. So
Okay. That's fine.
All right,
Okay,
so I'm
so-
going to go to the first one here.
That's fine.
So
who built this band?
This is mine.
Gee, I wonder who.
I got Bruce Dickinson as lead singer, Brian May from Queen, and Adrian Smith from Iron Maiden on guitars. I got Steve Harris from Iron Maiden, and on drums I have Dave Lombardo from Slayer and Suicidal Tendencies.
No
Never
shot
heard.
here that Brucefer picked pretty much the Iron Maiden band with a couple of guest appearances.
Yeah.
Other musicians.
Wow, Iron Maiden is the
All right,
greatest.
so tell
band
us
ever.
why, Brucefer. We can't. So tell us why.
Yeah, please do.
I picked Bruce Dickinson because his vocals have always been amazing. If you've seen or
Yeah,
heard
great
him
voice.
in concert
Great voice.
in
Yeah.
the last 10 years, his voice still holds up. Brian May and Adrian Smith, they're just gods on guitar. Brian May freaking built his own guitar. And you can't have Bruce Dickinson on lead without having Steve Harris on bass. It
So
just
Cosmic
goes together.
Cosmic is giving us. So Joe is on lead guitar. I'm on lead vocals and rhythm guitar. Dom's on the drums. Styx is on keyboard,
Bruce.
of course. Yeah,
I was on
Bruce is
keyboard.
on bass. Bruce is on bass. All right.
And
like
for drums, I picked Dave Lombardo because if you heard his drums on in the Rain and Blood album, you'll understand why I picked him for drums. He's just amazing. So that is my pick. I made him with a few guests.
There you go.
Right. Yeah. I know
All
Brian
right,
May.
Tommy. Have a good one, Tommy.
Take care,
Good
bud.
night, Tommy.
All right. Next
All right,
up.
who's next? Did we ever figure out what happened to? I guess Dom.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Don. I noticed he
No.
was gone during trivia.
Yeah, he
I
said he was
noticed
having
that he-
internet problems this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was saying he was freezing. He was freezing for me.
So.
Good night,
Well,
Tommy.
I think we know who this is.
Of course.
Claim it.
Claim it.
All right, that's mine. That's mine.
Nice.
So on singer keyboard, of course, I picked the best Styx frontman, Dennis DeYoung. For drums, I went with Motley Crue's Tommy Lee. Guitar, Slash from Guns N' Roses. On bass, Bobby Dahl from Poison. And then I went with a difference. I went with turntable. I went Joe Mann from Linkin Park.
Nice.
That's a good twist. Yeah, I didn't know his name, but yeah, Turntable Lincoln Park. That's a good twist. I would say Tommy Lee is a great drummer, but he had 3 drumsticks, so I mean he's kind of cheap a little bit.
That's why he's the best.
Yeah,
That one was harder
Bruce
to
like,
swing
what?
around.
What? Bruce was like, what?
What?
Oh, good choices. Good choices.
He didn't
All
need a
right.
foot pedal for the bass drum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next
Bruce was still trying
up.
to figure it out.
He's still trying to. He's like, I don't get it.
Yes, this is my.
I stopped
this is
paying
my
attention.
pick. This is my picks. I'm obviously a child of the '80s, so I went with lead vocals Don Dokken from the band Dokken, who admittedly my brother has seen. I don't know. Well, my brother was telling me because my brother really stays up with the heavy metal more than I do, but. So Don Dokken's one of those great voice, living for the moment back in the 80s, spent his voice pretty much in the 80s. His voice is not what it used to be now. He's older than I am, for God's sake. So, but back in the day, you know, great voice. I was listening to him in the truck today and just a wonderful vocalist and had some really great songs with Dokken. Lead guitarist / Guns N' Roses. A lot of times Slash has a couple of guitar solos on, you know, like November Rain and even Sweet Child of Mine, that his guitar solos just kind of grab you and just like I just love a lot of guitar solos like that, like Hotel California's guitar solo by the Eagles. They'll just grab you and you just can't, you feel it. You just kind of feel. And so Slash has a couple of solos like that just like I can just feel, it just makes you feel. So anyway, Rudy Sarzo from on bass from Quiet Riot. Rudy Sarzo as a horny teenager for probably not the reasons your mind wants to take you to. Rudy Sarzo was my hero because he would be up on, and I used to read. Remember the magazines back in the 80s? Of course, you had Hit Parade, you had Circus Magazine. Remember those heavy metal magazines? Yeah. And you'd see pictures of these bands. Of course, Rudy would be playing the overhand bass. You know, he'd be playing an overhand, and there was girls throwing their bras, and it would be their bras would be like hanging off the neck of his bass. And I just, dude, I wanted to be Rudy Sarzo so fucking bad. It was just, it was crazy. He was my man. If I could have swapped places, I'd have been like, Rudy, who do you want to switch with? Rudy Sarzo. Are you sure? I'm 100% positive. Rudy Sarzo. So couldn't get a better bass, you know, as far as a bass player than Rudy Sarzo. And he went on to play with other bands too, but I picked Quiet Riot because he's my favorite. Drums, Def Leppard, Rick Allen. I almost went with a couple of others. Obviously, Tommy Lee was a good drummer from back in the day. Alex Van Halen, great drummer with Van Halen. But
He wasn't bad.
Rick Allen, when you look at what he overcame, I mean, big Def Leppard fan.
I see. We went from 3 drumsticks to 1 drumstick.
To 1, yeah, right. So, I mean, if you don't know, Rick Allen had back in the day, Def Leppard's at the top of their game, and Rick Allen has a car accident and loses one of his arms. And I remember when the news broke, being a heavy metal fan, reading all the magazines, wanting to know what was going on. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, they're going to lose Rick Allen. What's the band going to do? They're going to get it. Any other band would get a new drummer. Def Leppard took a lot of time off so that Rick Allen could develop a one-arm drumstick, basically.
4 years, I think.
And he is still rocking with the band, I believe. I'm not 100% on that, but I believe he is.
Just sitting there thinking, how will I ever pour some sugar on me?
Yeah. So just because he's a great drummer, both before and after the accident, and because of what he overcame, Rick Allen on drums. Rhythm guitar. My brother would wring my neck if I didn't have at least one member of AC/DC on here. Obviously, the older brother. I don't know if they're older. I think it's his younger brother, Angus gets all the love on lead guitar. But Rudy. I'm sorry, not Rudy. Malcolm just sits there and just like the whole fucking concert, just like this, and just cool as the other side of this pillow, to steal a phrase from Stuart. Can't think of his name, Stuart. But yeah, so can't get much cooler than Malcolm. He's passed away. Stuart Scott. Yeah, thank you. Malcolm Young has passed away. He's no longer with us, unfortunately. But that's my band. And why?
Yeah, very good.
Love them.
All right, here's mine, in which Jedi said, "You're old." When I chose mine.
There's no way I'm older than Joe.
I went with Debbie Harry on lead vocals because she is pure sex on a stick.
Of course.
Debbie Harry and Blondie, great. Especially pre-disco Debbie Harry and Blondie. Keith Moon on drums because he's Keith Moon. There's nobody crazier and better and more fun on drums than Keith Moon. Of course, I have to have Frank Zappa. Wearing the shirt right now. Frank Zappa on guitar. Had to throw Brian Ritchie on bass from the Violent Femmes. Just great bassist. Very distinct bassist. And just for my oddball of the group, I had to add Garth Hudson from the band on organ because he is the last surviving member of the band right now, and he's absolutely insane. So
I had a buddy in the Navy. He would invite me. Our wives were friends, and of course we were friends, and he would invite us over to drink and barbecue or whatever. And he had like a DVD or VHS, I don't remember, of the band. And every time that was playing at his house constantly. I mean, it had to drive his wife crazy. But it was like nonstop loop of the band.
They were an insanely talented band with a Southern style, and almost the whole band was from Canada. That's
the one that's got the one called The Great Waltz.
Yep, yeah, that was the Scorsese movie. Their last concert. You had all the great lineups there, but yeah, Danko just died. Levon Helms died about 5 years ago. So yeah, there's Garth Hudson, who everyone thought would probably be the first to go because he was the oldest of them, is still kicking. I love Levon. Levon Helms is fantastic. Levon was the heart and soul of that band. But those are my bands. And then we have our orphaned pick.
Dom texted. His internet did go down, but so I'll go through some of these. Ronnie James Dio vocals. Ronnie James Dio, 100% get behind this pick. 100%. Mm-hmm. Of course, Ronnie passed away many years ago. But for a guy that was probably shorter than Pete Renna. This guy this guy could freaking
That's
sing. Gary Moore, Skid Row, and then with Thin Lizzy, Skid Row. Obviously, Skid Row had great songs. Lemmy Lemmy did play bass, didn't he? I forgot about that. I thought it was just leads, but yeah, Lemmy played bass.
I love that he threw Lemmy in there just as the bassist. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. And then lastly, well, this one's one I'm not too familiar with. So
I love this.
Mitchell.
This was my favorite pick of everybody's picks. Was that he picked Mitch Mitchell because he was the baddest son of a bitch. Played with Hendrix in the Experience. Badass drummer, one of the best.
Some of the viewers gave us theirs, and we appreciate that and want to highlight them as well. Brogu has vocalist as Rob Halford. Solid choice. Rob can still howl. He has not lost anything off of his voice. Guitarist Eddie Van Halen. Hard to argue with that one. Bass player would be Steve Harris. And the drummer Neil
Peart. Yeah. Peart. You can't go wrong with Peart as a drummer.
And Terry, Ronnie James again, Steve Vai. Yeah, Steve Vai is a good one. Yeah. And Jimi Hendrix, obviously two good ones. Cozy Powell on drums and Les Claypool.
Les Claypool was a nice pick. I liked that was a fun pick there because that would be a good choice.
All right. So if you're in the chat and you get, but if you're watching on the replay and you want to throw your fantasy band, build a band in the comments, do it. We will. I guarantee you, we will read them and comment.
Well, Buffy guy, if you saw that cover for Game of Bones, I believe there was one person in there that might have been shorter than Pete on that cover.
A little bit.
Oh. Yeah, I was very pleased. And Dom surprised me with his list.
Dom Googled that list.
No, it was.
Yeah, he has AI.
That's AI's list. That's not Dom's.
That's AI's list.
That's Chat GBT.
Dom would have put Boba Fett for all parts of the band.
Dom and the Fets.
All right.
On drums.
So I wanted to go through a few. I like to highlight some newer artists out there. This is, I guess, a very international edition this week because as I was going through after I picked all three of these, I realized none of them are American artists. So I picked three artists that are up and comers. You know, maybe they'll catch, maybe they won't. Some kind of have already. Some have a little bit of mainstream exposure. Some have a lot more mainstream exposure. But the three up and comers to keep an eye out for. So first on my list is my personal favorite, Jasmine Darnell. If anyone reads any Black Mask comics, especially Godkiller, she has a lot of amazing Godkiller covers that frequently sell out. She is from New Zealand. She has one of the best covers on the new Gun Honey Collision Course series that's going to be coming out, which is fantastic. It's always nice to see another Gun Honey series coming out because they always have amazing covers and the stories are fun as well. There's also a naughty version of that Gun Honey cover.
Of course there is.
Yeah, of course there is. You see, she has also did an amazing cover on Wonder Woman 797, which is still one of my favorite Wonder Woman covers because I not only get Yara and Mary Marvel, I also get Wonder Woman. It's nice, all three of them there. It's an awesome cover. She also did a cover for Sandman Universe Special as well. But again, she tends to be best known for her Godkiller covers. The In Her Eyes is the new one that's coming out from Kickstarter. The Godkiller Sacrifice one, very popular cover. Also a naughty version of that. Not an easy cover to find. Frequently sold out. She did a cover for Gangster Ass Barista for Black Masks as well. There's a spicier version of this, but not necessarily naughty version of this as well, where she doesn't have that little barista apron on. She did a cover for Don't Avert Your Eyes, which was a little series that came out for Black Mask, which is a nice cover. And again, the later prints of the God Killer series that end up coming out, they always sell out. If you're familiar with Black Mask, they're all over the place in terms of how they release their books sometimes. You could put it on a pull list and say, oh, this looks like a good cover 3 months in advance, throw it on your pull list. And then, like I said, it's been 7, 8, 9, 10 months, a year, and then randomly it comes out. So they're not always the easiest books to find. She also did some Rogue State covers as well. But she is a fun artist. She has a Patreon up there as well. If you join her Patreon, you can get, I think you can have access to her store to get original art as well. So a new artist. Like I said, she's dipped her toe in some DC stuff. So I'm hoping some of the bigger publishers will come out and reach out and have her do a couple covers here and there. Would be nice. Next on the list, Takashi Okazaki, who we're all familiar with now because of his work on Visions. He's done a lot more Marvel stuff than I realized. Of course, he did the Vision series. He did the cover, and then he did this new series is his series as well.
Those are great.
Everybody
knows how I feel. If you watch the Star Wars show, you know that I'm not a big fan of the Visions, but I cannot subtract for his covers. His covers are awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, and the Ronin was probably the best story out of Visions anyway, in terms of a solid, coherent, good story that was in there. He did that Nonstop Spider-Man, which is just a really cool Spider-Man cover. His Spider-Punk covers are really cool as well.
I like those covers too. I know the story doesn't have much to it from what I hear.
Oh no, the story is the absolute piece of garbage.
The covers are awesome.
Yeah, the covers are fantastic. He's done some great Afro Samurai stuff as well. I love Afro Samurai. I don't dip my toe in a lot of manga stuff or anime, but I do love Afro Samurai. If you want to see just or more canon type artwork for Star Wars, he did have a Vader cover.
I like that Vader looks like he's tapping his lightsaber on his hand like a yardstick.
I like the look. I like the look of the lightsaber too.
Yeah.
He had that really cool Werewolf by Night cover a while back when they relaunched it, and it wasn't Jack Russell. It was the new guy as Werewolf by Night. That's still a pretty sought after cover as well. That was a cool Eternals cover as well with Daredevil, which I liked, which was pretty nice. And that Dark Ages Iron Man is just a really cool, badass cover.
And it's you have to kind of orient yourself to it to kind of figure out what's going on. Because just looking at it, when I first looked at it, I was like, what the hell's happening there? And then once you kind of get your orientation, your bearings, you're kind of like, oh, okay, it's Iron Man with, okay. It's cool.
Yeah, it's a sharp cover.
Smoking.
And then he did do a Black Widow cover, which I didn't realize he had done the Black Widow cover, which I like as well. And he did that Spirits of Vengeance Spirit Rider cover as well, which I also didn't realize he had done. And then, of course, the Extreme Venomverse cover, which tends to be pretty popular as well.
Is that a popular cover? When I first looked at it, I was like, but then I look at the detail that he did on the hair, and I'm like, wow, it's pretty...
Yeah, people just like those characters. Anytime Spider or Venom characters or new characters come out, people seem to flock toward that crap.
I don't
understand of it.
It's what Terry was talking about.
Yeah. It's like if Sailor Moon became You got a symbiote. That would be the character right there. Sailor Moon, if you know Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know who Sailor Moon is. A little bit.
A little bit. And then last on my list from Spain, Sonia Mattis, who has been banging out covers for Zenescope recently. So this is one who hasn't crossed yet into some of the mainstream publishers, but she is getting a lot of work with Zenescope. And as we see, sometimes people that get a lot of work with Zenescope tend to get noticed by some of the bigger publishers. People like Villalobos, stuff like that, who did a lot of Zenescope stuff, sometimes find their way over to the main publishers. She tends to work in this color palette. I won't say 100% exclusively, but it is pretty exclusively when she at least all her Zenescope covers have this same color palette. I'd be interested to see her do something outside of this. I've seen some of her black and white work, sketches and stuff, which look pretty good. But like I said, everything that's here is like recent, like end of 2023, beginning of 2024 up till current. So this is all just like the past 7 months or so where she's really started putting out covers. So that Holmes and Houdini cover is fantastic as well.
My favorite.
I love the horror and fantasy, the Zenescope horror and fantasy book covers. There's a few variants of that one in different stages of dress, but I agree, JJ. The colors don't kind of fit Zenescope, but they have not been shy about giving her covers. I love that Grim Fairy Tales cover, the annual, which is a great cover. Van Helsing is nice as well. And then you got this is the Pooh versus, God, I'm trying to remember which book this is. It's a crossover with everyone taking advantage of Pooh being trademark free at this point. And then the last one there is a sketch of a this Draculina cover that she did as an exclusive for
Negative Space, kind of.
Yeah. So she has some good stuff out there.
Yeah, I like that one. I like the Draculina.
And her stuff is doing well. I know Terry notes that the one at 75 Holmes and Houdini is pretty pricey at this point. But yeah, she's someone out there that it would be interesting to see if she gets picked up on, a DC book or a Marvel book or something like that. I don't know. I always like to go back and collect these artists' earlier works for some of these titles like this before they make it popular or make it big, because that always tends to jack the prices of these books up a bit as well. So that's who we have on our.
Why has Styx got his camera off? That's what I want to know.
So it's if his family walks by the room, they won't see these covers.
The mic's off, so we don't hear that.
Yeah.
Come on, Styx doesn't do the stuff like that. He's a wholesome man.
And flush there, Styx. All right. Whew.
Got the vapors.
All right, Jedi, you are up, sir.
I've got the con. All right. Well, I haven't. I was hoping Kyle would pop in the chat because I was going to invite Kyle on to play this because Kyle likes this game so much. He tells us every SNS he gives us props for coming up with the match game. So we're going to do it again. We're going to play the match game. So
don't have cards ready.
I told you guys earlier.
You did?
I did. You might have been off. You might have been off doing whatever you do.
God damn it!
Too busy pressing books.
We don't know what you do when you turn your camera off, Stick or Bruce. Stick too.
He's still trying to figure out the 3 drumstick.
Too busy making reaction
Grab
videos.
some backboards from.
I am not going to say that.
I just don't know where my pen went off to.
I've got the squeaky pen that has become a panel favorite anyway.
I enjoy this.
Again, I was really wanting Kyle to maybe be in the chat so we can invite him on for this. So it's a little bit of a bummer that I'm sure he's probably working. So all right,
At this point.
Bruce, you about ready? Did you grab some backboards? I know you got backboards laying all over the place over there.
Yeah, just right on the back of one of your CGC ones that you won this week. Use a dry erase marker on it.
Yeah, he probably has cracked
Bruce was
CGC
panicking.
slabs all over the place.
He's yelling at people. There he is. You got it? You good?
Gotta have a blank.
Well, it's fun. The boards are here. I didn't have a marker.
Gotta yell at your assistant to bring you things.
Well, my assistant is sleeping. My assistant had to work overnighter.
Yeah.
So this week, I think everyone has played. Well, Joe hasn't played, but this week's contestant is Styx Boy. So he's going to be our contestant. So we will ask a series of questions or fill in the blank type questions. We will all write down. Well, obviously, Styx is going to write down his answer. And then we, the rest of the panel, are going to write down what we think Styx is going to write down. And then we're going to see who matches who, how many we match with Styx. And Joe's going to keep score, and the winner wins nothing. So, all right. So without further ado, let's check the chat real quick. Okay, they're still talking Xenoscope. Okay, cool beans. All right, first question. Here we go. Trivia with Styx raises blank and lowers blank. Trivia with Styx raises blank and lowers blank.
All right. I'm all set.
All right. Trivia with Styx raises blank and lowers blank. What did Styx say?
Absolutely. So I said it raises Jedi's blood pressure and lowers the chat expectations.
All right. We're getting a lot of JJ says questions and IQ lowers IQ, blood pressure and testosterone, blood pressure and expectations. Let's see what the panel says.
Bruce?
Bruce, what did you say?
Are you on mute?
Yep.
Raises blood pressure and lowers IQs.
All right, so I think he gets a point for that, right? He gets 1 point, Joe. You're the scorekeeper.
Yeah, you can definitely have one of those.
Is that a 2-point question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Two slots. Yeah.
2 point question.
Fair enough.
I also had blood pressure and IQ.
Well, for the sweep, ladies and gentlemen, I also had blood pressure.
There you go.
Oh, look at this guy.
We get Dom back.
Good. My internet went out. I'm trying to figure out how to put the damn thing back on.
All right. Well, we just started the match game, so
Plug the
you're going to
Ethernet
jump
cable
in for
back
round
in.
two.
While we try to match, we're happy to also not.
Oh my God, I am so doing Cards Against Humanity answers now. Too bad we can't play Cards Against Humanity on the screen.
All right. Second question.
There's some PC There's some good ones in there.
Styx's idea of a perfect evening is binging Doctor Who while munching on blank.
Ooh.
Binging Doctor Who while munching on blank.
Do we have to know how to spell?
Why start now?
Hey, Vince.
All right. Styx's idea of a perfect evening is binging Doctor Who while munching on blank.
So,
Styx.
because you brought up Doctor Who, I have to say I would be munching on some jelly babies.
You bastard.
Well,
Jelly
Look
baby.
at that. Look at that. We had a match. We had a match in the chat.
Jellies. Okay, so obviously
Attaboy,
people
they're Buffy.
people know people know Doctor Who.
Yes, the fourth Doctor, jelly babies.
All right, Bruce Fur, what did you say?
I think I came from the dirtiest side of the universe when it came to my answer.
Oh, here we go.
I said Styx's idea of a perfect evening is binging Doctor Who while munching on companions.
I wouldn't mind a little Purple Brown.
I tried to think of the oldest person food I could think of, so I had peanut brittle.
Peanut brittle. Oh,
I don't think any of us are going to get a point for this one. So I know absolutely nothing about Doctor Who, but I did know that he has something that he carries with him. I couldn't remember what it was.
sonic
has-
device.
I thought that he was munching on a magic screwdriver. I could not remember what.
That's what they
Basically
call
what
it in
it
jail. That's what they call it in jail.
It's
Magic screwdriver.
it's what I slowly sink into my brain if I have to watch Doctor Who.
Sorry, I know nothing about Doctor Who. Dom, what did you say?
Actually, I just put M&M nuts.
That covered up. M&M nuts.
I took away
So
peanut.
no points.
No point for Dom.
It's still a tie. We're going to give Dom a point for round one because he wasn't here. So it's still a tie.
Dom wants to munch on nuts. Confirmed.
No, it's not confirmed. You want to do that. That's what you want to do.
Did you just say you want to munch on
I
nuts?
didn't want much of nuts. I said,
No, he said we're answering for Styx.
Oh.
oh, yeah, you see?
Styx.
You see? Right away. You want to
Are we back? Yeah, but it's probably floating around my brain somewhere, Terry. It's probably like,
We're gonna have a watch party for Game of Bones.
oh my, okay, I'm in for that one.
Now that I'm in for that.
I'm
that
into
I can
that.
have
I'm
fun
into
with.
that.
Is the mother of Drake? Is the mother
That
of
is the
Drake?
after show.
Yeah, Pete would never let us do it on Renovision, but we'll have to find.
We can do it on
another.
my channel.
Yeah,
He is
He
the
just
mother of
got
Drake. He's
monetized.
going to have sex with the
Yeah.
dragons. That's what I want to
What?
say.
What?
What?
What? You want to see Beastie at what?
Hey, it's going to be, it's a freaking
Yeah,
Game of
next
Thrones.
question. Next question.
Next question. I don't like where this is heading.
Yeah. I don't think that was-
All
that
right,
was too spicy
I'm not
for me.
saying he's a hoarder, but Styx does have to dig under stacks of blank to find his blank. I'm not saying he's a hoarder, but Styx does have to dig under stacks of blank to find his blank. My marker's losing some of its squeakiness. JJ says he has to dig underneath stacks of dead bodies to find his cell phone. He has to dig underneath comics to find his sonic screwdriver collection.
Well, actually, P has a sonic screwdriver collection.
Mine just aren't all together, like Pete.
All right. Is everybody ready? Let's see what the man himself says.
So I
Oh,
went a
Styx
little.
says he's not a hoarder, but he does have to dig under stacks of blank to find his blank.
So I went a little true to life. I said I would have to dig under my comics to find my desk.
All right. So this is another 2-point question. So we'll keep that in mind as we go through the answers. Brucifer.
My answer.
Horse
Horse
semen
demon
avocados.
What the hell, Terry?
What?
Jeez, Terry.
I'm not saying he's a hoarder, but Styx does have to dig under stacks of porn to find his lotion.
His lotion. Oh, I'm glad
place to
Styx
keep
wife
lotion.
doesn't watch this.
I keep that in a safe spot.
I said he has to dig under his Doctor Who comics to find his medical alert bracelet.
That's a point. That's a point.
Yeah.
You said comics.
Yeah.
I still can't get over horse semen and avocados. Where did that come from? I said he has to dig underneath stacks of comics to find his remote control.
There you go. That one right here. That's on top of the
what
stack
say
of comics.
you? Dom?
Yeah, I went out of the way a little bit. Dog need to find his clean clothes.
All right. Dom and Terry occupy the same brain space. All right. How many? We got 2 more questions, I think.
Two more
questions. All right. Styx's spouse threw out his favorite old raggedy recliner and surprised him with a blank that she found on Craigslist. Styx's spouse threw out that old raggedy recliner and surprised him with a blank that she found on Craigslist. All right. Still hear some writing going on in horse saddle.
Fuck it. I might as well go out with a bang.
You got one more.
Oh, there's one more. God damn it! I used.
Yeah. I think I'm winning. Though. No, wait a minute. I think me and Joe are tied.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Styx, your wife threw out that old raggedy recliner and she surprised you with a blank she found on Craigslist.
My wife does try to throw out my old raggedy chair every chance she tries to get, and I say nay. But that will stay. But I said she got me on Craigslist this lovely beanbag chair.
Beanbag chair. Someone in the we had beanbag chair. JJ said beanbag chair.
There you go.
Big fat peach. Or wait a minute, we keep
Big fat peach.
Horse saddle. Chat's off the rails.
All right. Brucifer, what did she surprise him with off Craigslist? I got a feeling you and I may have the same answer on this.
I doubt it.
Oh.
I said she surprised him with used condoms that she found on Craigslist.
Nope, we are not on the same page.
Not-
You occupy that
was a left-
plane
that was a
all
left
yourself.
turn.
Horse semen had to come from somewhere.
I had a bedpan.
Bedpan.
Bedpan. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do a little throwback to several, not even the show, actually. It's the same time, same place, different show. But if you'll remember, Styx made himself very comfortable on one casting couch.
Was
Yeah.
that the casting couch in Baltimore?
Yes.
Yeah. I think so.
That
Bastards.
was a great show.
It was.
Joe's first appearance.
Yeah.
October.
Well, yeah, Styx spouse throughout his old favorite regularly recliner survives him with a new regularly recliner.
Out with the old, in with the new world.
Yep.
No
I get-
point
I get
for anyone.
All right.
All right. And last question. Styx prefers cash when selling at cons, but sometimes he makes an exception for blank.
Jesus
Styx
Christ.
prefers cash when selling at cons, but it sometimes makes exceptions for blank.
Hmm.
I know what I want to say. I just don't want to say it.
Why not? I'm saying it.
Uh,
God damn it.
Shoot.
I can't think of it. I wrote the damn question. I can't think of anything.
Is that Bruce will stop writing? Well, HR is going to be called after this answer. Hey, oh, that's right. I am HR. God damn you, Brogu.
Oh, I'm in trouble too. This is filthy. Why am I writing this? Why am I writing this? Oh, if I could erase it, I probably should. I should erase this before I tell it.
After my answer, I will no longer be on Renovision, any of the shows.
Yeah, that goes double for me. All right.
They're going to need a
I'm awesome.
whole new cast on a Friday show.
Welcome to the new qualified.
The new qualified.
I had a good run while it lasted.
Starring Darth Lopez and his
It's Jeopardy.
yep. Teaching you how to make distilled water.
How to beat Mark on a race.
All right. After I change my answer, Styx. You prefer cash, but sometimes you'll accept blank.
I said naughty handshakes.
That's a good answer.
Oh.
I might get a point out of this.
I'm going to get a point out of this.
I am definitely not going to get a point.
I know Styx pretty well.
All right. Well, what did you say, Brewster?
Hey, listen, what
Styx
happened?
prefers cash when selling at cons, but sometimes he makes an exception for a reach around from Marco.
How are you going to get a point for that?
What do you think a naughty handshake is?
Oh, okay. All right. I'm not up on my lingo. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
I guess that's open to interpretation.
Well, it depends.
I said a gentleman's handy with rings on.
Oh, Italian
ouch.
one. The
Oh, this
Italian
is
one.
so filthy.
Just the pinky ring.
Just a big yeah.
Make sure that girl.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I'm afraid I do know.
I know
Mine is even more filthy than what you guys said. I said, I figure he gets hungry and he'll do a trade for a fresh tossed salad.
Oh,
Well, at least it's fresh.
I mean, you know,
I took a shower.
I actually
Sometimes
changed it. Initially, I had to change it. Initially, I'll be honest. Initially, I wasn't thinking, and I said a tasty tossed salad, and then I'm like, no.
so, sometimes having someone toss your salad is considered a naughty handshake.
Yeah, it's all we're all
You can do
playing in
both at
the
the same time.
we're all in the dungeon right now.
What you got, Dom?
Dom, bring us out of this.
this is going to
abyss
make me
that
go
we're living
to HR ASAP. Goblin the
God.
Gherkin.
Yeah.
in. We're all going to hell.
But
Goblin Gherkin.
All right.
I
Who
want
won?
to thank, I want to
I
thank
guess-
Keith for having me on the channel. My
I guess
last.
Joe won. Are we going to give it
Yeah.
to Joe?
I think I got a point out of that one.
Yeah, I guess Joe won. I think
It gets me to 3.
It was pretty close.
So, that
gross.
was,
Yes.
it was
Yes. And I take full responsibility. I wrote the questions. So.
a tight contest.
It is gross. But Ratrell liked it. So we're
Yes.
still appealing to our
Yes.
target
The
audience.
chat wins.
I'm
Chat
definitely going to
wins.
say the chat wins
Yeah,
on this
it
one.
Especially Terry. Terry with his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the most points goes to horse semen and avocados.
Avocados.
Oh, sorry. I went ahead and
No,
changed
it's
it.
okay. So that brings us to the end of today's show. If you have not subbed up yet, please sub up to Renovision and Kingdom of Nerds. If you like the video, please hit that thumbs up. We appreciate it. Tomorrow, you'll be able to see the SNS boys. Also, go check out Kyle's IG. He's been selling some good books on IG. On Sunday, if you're into Star Wars, there's one of the best damn Star Wars shows on the interwebs with Tales from the Dark Side. Bruce, Sunday, what you got going?
Sunday, we got the comic book show. I know we didn't do one last week, but we're going to come swinging out with some comic reviews, looking at how silver and gold age books are selling. And we're going to have the flaming hot covers of next week popping up. I don't know who's going to show up for the show. You know, hopefully somebody shows up.
I'll get to see which books you're going to make me read. How bad I've been this week. How bad you're going to punish me.
X-Men Forever. X-Men Forever is the first one.
Oh, my. And then Monday, you're back again, Bruce.
Yes, and we're supposed to do a casting couch, but as I look at my phone, there are no pics from anyone.
I didn't get a notice.
But
What were we casting for? What was it for?
We'll come up with something.
Titans?
Teen Titans. So I guess the actors have to be in their early 20s to play teenagers.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday, check out the boys on TAC. Always doing something fun. And then on Friday, please watch the CBSI Hot 10 and follows right into us. So hope you all had fun this week. We appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. And we shall see you all next week. Boys, any last words you got?
I have made it my goal to beat Wayseeker at Star Wars Unlimited. And I will not stop. I may have to step on. I may have to climb over Marco to do it, but I'm.
Can you please beat him so we don't have to hear that laugh? Please.
I figure if I can get it,
It'll make Dom's day.
I mean, I've never actually played a game with another person. I've been playing with a computer.
You've been
But
playing
I
with
figure
yourself?
I'm pretty decent at it, and if I can learn that, if I can get as good as I feel like I've gotten in like 3 days, then this takes some of the luster off of Wayseeker's mat,
Shut up, Nubs.
card pads that he hangs on his wall.
That'll definitely be fun. It'll definitely be fun. So,
All
all right, everybody.
Let me just say, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I've been doing some reactions to some trailers with some guest hosts. So check them out. Thank you very much.
Give us some thumbs up down there too.
Yeah, we like them. We don't ask for them too
Milking a
often.
cow.
But we like them. Well, have a good weekend, everybody. Take care. Thanks for hanging in.